So you do the big topics, you're like happiness, death, and the first one is marriage and sex and women and all of that, and you meet this guy in Nevada.
His name's Vinny, and he's a pickup artist. I mean, he's not after long-term relationship.
No.
He's after, you know, that every night. But for me, that seems like a nightmare for me. I've never been like that.
If you hadn't met Suzanne at that moment, and you had been like this bloke and needing advice about how to meet women,
I'd rather not bother.
No.
It's too much effort. And I think as soon as you've got to put a lot of effort in, I think what's the point? I think you've got to be really at ease. I mean, I've been with Suzanne for 20 years, and some would say, you know, we've got a bit too lackadaisical.
Yeah.
You know, leaving the toilet door open, or, you know, there's just nothing there. We know each other that well.
Do you go to the toilet in front of each other?
What I mean is, I don't say I'm going, do you want to come and watch?
Right.
But what I mean is, I don't bother locking the door and sort of wondering about noises and stuff.
Okay.
Because we've been together for ages,
Right.
and we know that's what goes on.
Right. I want to read out this bit. In the next page, where you're still talking about this guy, you say, don't get me wrong, the sex thing, it's all right, but I'm not a great believer in going at it all night. Get it done, go to sleep, it's not something you should drag out.
I think everything needs to have an end, and if the end seems far away, I never watched Lost for the same reason. Sopranos box set, I really like it, but it's massive. You can have too much. So I'd say do it more often, but quicker. And whenever I go to bed, it's normally because I'm knackered. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By the time I get up there, and we've got a cat now, so that delays things anyway. So even if it was like, oh, maybe tonight's the night, by the time you've got the cat out and locked up and, you know, we've moved into a house, so there's more doors to check. By the time, and more floors, we're not in a flat, we've got stairs. So by the time you get upstairs, I'm out of breath anyway now. And it's kind of like, oh, right, see you tomorrow, I'm shattered.